The verdict is in, and it is absolutely devastating. The comeback that was supposed to save the Sussex brand has just crashed and burned in spectacular fashion, leaving the Duchess of Sussex scrambling in the wreckage of her own ambition. We have been watching the slow-motion car crash of Harry and Meghan's media career for months, but this week marks a definitive turning point. It is the moment where the secret battle, the desperate clawing attempt to copy the magic of the Princess of Wales, has been exposed for the hollow sham that it is. While Kate Middleton prepares to light up Westminster Abbey with genuine grace, history, and star power, Meghan Markle's latest offering has been labeled bizarre, mad, and sad. The critics have spoken, the experts have weighed in, and the prediction for the future of the Sussex Empire is grim. It turns out you cannot manufacture royal magic with a camera crew and a jar of jam. You cannot buy the public's love with a Netflix subscription, and you certainly cannot preach about love and family while your own father is fighting for his life in an intensive care unit, ignored and abandoned. Welcome back to the channel, the place where we refuse to buy the Hollywood spin and instead deliver the cold, hard truth about the royal family. If you are tired of the hypocrisy from Montecito and you stand with the real royals who do the work, smash that subscribe button right now. We have a massive story to unpack today involving a humiliated duchess, a triumphant princess, and a family tragedy that exposes the true cost of Meghan's vanity. Let's get right into the disaster that is Meghan's new Netflix show, With Love. This was supposed to be the flagship of her new lifestyle empire. This was supposed to be the moment she transcended her royal past and became the new Martha Stewart, the new beacon of domestic goddess energy. But the reality? It is a flop of epic proportions. The festive special dropped on Netflix just a few days ago, and the reception has been nothing short of embarrassing. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams has come forward with a brutal analysis, telling the Mirror that the rivalry between Meghan and Kate is still alive and well, but that Meghan is losing, badly. He suspects that this Christmas special might actually be the last we ever see of this lifestyle show. Think about that. One episode, and the experts are already predicting cancellation. Fitzwilliams says that Meghan is secretly battling to emulate some of the magic that Kate clearly creates, but it is not working. And why isn't it working? Because you cannot fake authenticity. The expert noted that Meghan displayed an almost relentless positivity that becomes weary to watch. We all know that type of positivity, don't we? It's the fake smile that doesn't reach the eyes, it's the scripted laughter, it's the performance of happiness rather than actual joy. Fitzwilliams described her as trying to be a Californian Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. But perfection is boring. Perfection is artificial. And when you compare that plastic perfection to the genuine warmth and substance of Kate's carol concert, the difference is night and day. The format of the show itself has been torn apart by critics. It followed the standard, tired formula, cooking demonstrations that nobody asked for, DIY tutorials for wreath-making that look like they belong on a YouTube channel from 2012, and the obligatory awkward cameo from Prince Harry to remind everyone that she is still married to a prince. She also brought in a few celebrity friends, like tennis ace Naomi Osaka. But even the guest list is causing problems for her. The expert pointed out that while Osaka is huge in tennis, many casual viewers didn't know who she was. If viewers are having to Google the names of your guests, it is a bad sign. It signals that the A-list, the Clooneys, the Obamas, the Oprahs, are staying away. They aren't coming to the wreath-making party. The reviews from the British newspapers have been savage. We are talking 1 or 2 stars. They called it bizarre. One reviewer described it as quite mad and a little bit sad. That word, sad, cuts the deepest. It implies desperation. It implies a woman who is trying so hard to be relevant, to be adored, to be royalty 2.0, that she has lost all touch with reality. Sure, the show landed in Netflix's top 10 in the UK for 24 hours, but that is largely due to hate-watching and curiosity. Curiosity fades, quality remains, and the consensus is that the quality just isn't there. This brings us to the downgraded deal. We have been hearing whispers for a while that Netflix is losing patience with the Sussexes. They paid millions for this content, and what have they got? A whining documentary, a flopped cartoon that got canceled before it aired, and now a cooking show that critics are laughing at. Richard Fitzwilliams suggests that Meghan and Harry are in a downgraded position with the streaming giant. They needed a big name to save this special. They didn't get one. This failure to launch is leading to a grim prediction. This may well be the end of the road for Meghan's lifestyle series. If she can't deliver the numbers and the acclaim now, Netflix is not going to keep writing checks. But the failure of the show is only half the story. The other half is the calculated, malicious timing of its release. We have discussed the diary clashes before, but this one was egregious. Meghan's show aired on the exact same day that King Charles and Queen Camilla were hosting the historic German state visit. It also aired just a few hours after Catherine, the Princess of Wales, released a deeply personal letter to the guests attending her carol concert. This is not a coincidence. It is a pattern. It is a strategy. Richard Fitzwilliams points out that there is a widespread belief that Meghan still feels a deep burning rivalry with Kate, dating back to their time as the Fab Four. Meghan cannot stand to let Kate have a moment in the spotlight without trying to cast a shadow. Look at the history. Megxit was announced on the eve of Kate's 38th birthday in 2020. Harry published the paperback of Spare, while Charles and Camilla were on a royal tour of Australia. Harry visited Canada at the exact same time as William's Earthshot trip, and now, as Kate prepares for her most important event of the year, a symbol of her return to health and duty, Meghan drops a cooking show. It is petty, it is childish, and it backfired, because all it did was highlight the difference between them. While Meghan was on Netflix teaching people how to make a wreath and talking about herself, Kate was preparing a service at Westminster Abbey that speaks to the soul of the nation. Kate's letter to the guests didn't talk about her brand. It didn't talk about her products. It talked about Christmas as a time that speaks of love taking form in the simplest, most human ways. She wrote about the power of reaching out to one another with generosity of heart, understanding, and hope. The contrast is blinding. Kate's event included readings by Prince William and Oscar winner Kate Winslet. It had musical performances by Katie Melua. It was an event of substance, rooted in tradition and service. Meghan's event was a commercial for a lifestyle that doesn't exist. Kate is offering generosity of heart. Meghan is offering, look at me. The public sees this. The public feels this. And that is why Kate's magic is real and Meghan's is failing. But there is a darker, more tragic element to this story that makes Meghan's love and family shtick feel not just hollow, but morally repugnant. At the very moment Meghan was on screen, smiling that relentless plastic smile, and talking about the warmth of the holidays, her own father, Thomas Markle, was reportedly fighting for his life in a hospital in the Philippines. The news broke just a day after the show aired. Thomas Markle, the man who paid for her education, the man who raised her, is in intensive care. His son, Thomas Jr., revealed that his father had to undergo emergency surgery and, in a horrific turn of events, has reportedly had a leg amputated. He is 81 years old. He is alone. He is battling a life-threatening condition. And where is his daughter? She is on Netflix, pretending to be the patron saint of family values. Royal expert Robert Jobson did not mince words when discussing this. He called it a decidedly dysfunctional situation. He said, "It is a decidedly dysfunctional situation to have Meghan on television talking about love and family while her father is said to be fighting for his life in hospital." Dysfunctional is putting it mildly. It is cruel. It is grotesque. How can you sit there and lecture the world on compassion when you have completely cut off your own father, leaving him to face death and amputation without a word? Even if there are past grievances, even if things were said, he is her father. To preach love to millions of subscribers while practicing absolute coldness to your own flesh and blood is the height of hypocrisy. The timing of this release, while likely filmed months ago, has done her absolutely no favors. As Jobson notes, I don't imagine it has been received in the way Meghan would have hoped. No, it hasn't. It has made her look disconnected and heartless. It reinforces the narrative that Meghan Markle only cares about the people who can help her climb the ladder. If you are a celebrity like Naomi Osaka, you get an invite to the kitchen. If you are a sick, elderly father who can't offer you a movie deal, you are left to rot. This creates a PR nightmare for the Sussexes. They are trying to sell a brand based on empathy and humanity, but their actions scream selfishness. You cannot build a lifestyle empire on a foundation of family betrayal. Martha Stewart may have gone to prison, but she didn't ghost her dying parents. This identity vacuum that the experts talk about is real. Meghan wants to be adored like Diana, respected like Kate, and wealthy like Oprah. But she lacks Diana's genuine heart, Kate's steadfast duty, and Oprah's work ethic. The grim prediction from the experts is that Meghan and Harry will need to think very carefully about what they do next. But do we really think they have the capacity for self-reflection? If the last 4 years have shown us anything, it is that they will double down. They will blame the British press for the bad reviews. They will blame the timing on bad luck. They will blame the racist public for not understanding the genius of wreath-making. They will never, ever look in the mirror and say, maybe we are the problem. But Netflix is a business. They don't care about excuses. They care about subscriptions. And if Meghan's show is driving people away with its awkwardness and bad vibes, the axe will fall. The downgraded deal will become a canceled deal. And then what? What is left for them? They have alienated the royal family. They have alienated the British public. They are slowly alienating the American public, who are finding their antics weary and sad. They are running out of road. Meanwhile, the Princess of Wales is ascending. Her carol concert is set to be the highlight of the Christmas season. It will be broadcast to millions who will tune in not to hate watch, but to find comfort and inspiration. Kate doesn't need to battle to copy anyone. She is the original. She is the standard. And as she stands in Westminster Abbey surrounded by people who genuinely respect her, the contrast with the Californian Mary Poppins will be the ultimate victory. The secret battle is over. Meghan fought to steal Kate's crown, but she forgot that you can't wear a crown if you don't have the head for it. Kate has the grace, the grit, and the gravity required for the role. Meghan has a Netflix script and a resentment that is eating her career alive. So as we head into Christmas, we see two very different women on two very different paths. One is walking towards the throne, supported by a loving family and a grateful nation. The other is walking towards irrelevance, leaving a trail of broken relationships and bad reviews in her wake. The grim prediction has been made. The clock is ticking on the Sussex brand, and frankly, after the display of the last few days, it's hard to find anyone who feels sorry for them. I want to know what you think about this disaster. Do you agree with the critics that Meghan's show is mad and sad? Do you think it's disgusting that she is promoting a show about love while her father is in the ICU? And do you believe this is the end of their Netflix deal? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one of them. Don't forget to like this video to support the Princess of Wales and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the truth about the grifters. Until next time, keep your eyes on the palace.